Hey y'all, happy Monday. I am wearing my Park City sweatshirt today because my whole family was in town last week, and it's hard to put into words just how much that filled my cup. Every afternoon and evening after work, I drive down to Park City, and even though the house was full of chaos with my niece and nephew running around, people laughing, food being passed across the table, there was this deep sense of peace, and it was grounding, and it reminded me of something that I think so many of us forget when we're deep in the hustle of building businesses and managing people and chasing goals. And that's, we were created for connection, not for constant achievement, and not for checking boxes, but for real, meaningful, honest to God, human connection. And we were designed to live in community, to feel known, to feel supported, and to feel like we're not carrying it all alone. And the truth is, you can have all of the success in the world and hit every number and win every award, but if you don't have people to come home to celebrate with, to cry with, to do life with, it's going to feel pretty hollow. And what last week reminded me of is that family isn't always just the people that you're born into. It's the people that you build something with, the people who consistently show up, and the people who see you on the hard days and still stick around anyway. The people who love you not because of what you accomplish, but simply because you're you. And I'm so lucky and fortunate because I have that in my personal life. But I also have that in my work life. And I don't think that's something that most people get to say. At Keller Williams, we talk about culture a lot. And sometimes when something is said often enough, it starts to lose its weight. But what I felt last week, toggling between my own family and the people that I get to coach and lead and build with at KW, it's that the culture here isn't just something that we say. It's something that we live. And when I look at our values, at our Y4C2Ts, especially the ones centered around people, it's so clear that this company was built with something so much bigger in mind. So look at win-win or no deal. That's not just about real estate. That's about relationships and about creating outcomes where every single person involved is better because of how you showed up. Success results through people. This one hits me hard every single time because nothing meaningful that I have ever done has happened in isolation. My growth has always come through connection, through mentorship, through trust, through surrounding myself with people who challenged me and believed in me and reminded me of who I am, whether that was through KW Luxury or Keller Williams Young Professionals. And teamwork, together everyone achieves more, that's not just a line, it's a truth. So when we let go of that myth of independence and when we stop romanticizing the grind and when we stop trying to do it all ourselves and we finally lean on other people, that's when we start to thrive. And that's when things start opening up, and that's when the joy can creep back in. So if you're stepping into this week and feeling like you've just been white knuckling your way through your goals, and if you've been grinding and pushing and striving and clawing but still feel disconnected, then this is your reminder that you don't have to do this alone. And in fact, you were never even meant to. There's strength in asking for help, and there's power in vulnerability, and there's courage in connection. Whether it's your family or your friends or your team or your community at Keller Williams, let someone in and let them walk with you. We get to build something so beautiful and incredible here, and it's not just in the homes that we sell or the deals that we close, but in the lives that we shape and in the trust that we create and in the relationships that we nurture. And that's what I'm holding on to this week. That I'm not just here to run a business, but I'm here to build a life full of people who lift each other up, and a life that leaves space for joy and rest and love, and a life that makes room for both ambition and belonging. So today, let this be your reminder that you belong and that you matter, and you don't have to prove your worth to be loved. So this week, let's lead with heart, and let's reach out before we burn out, and let's take care of each other. Because when we do that, when we really lean into community, there's nothing that we can't build. And I am so grateful and honored to be able to walk alongside you and be on this journey with you. And y'all, let's make it count this week. I'm here for you, and I love you.